comfort, comfort, comfort. Hi guys, welcome to Pit Stop. So today we are going to drive the Citroen C5 Aircross, the first product of Citroen in India, and believe me, this is very special. I've been driving this since morning, and bloody impressed I am. So I'm gonna tell you the best parts about the Citroen C5 Aircross in India. So guys, let's kickstart the review. So before that, please subscribe to our channel and also hit the bell icon so that you will get all the notifications. So let's see how comfortable the C5 Aircross really is. So let's start talking about the Citroen C5 Aircross. So if you take a look at the car, this car actually looks smaller, right? It has got rounded edges. It has got a very premium looking design, I would say, because if you compare the overall design philosophy from France, or let's call it French way, everywhere, let it be any car, it will be having rounded edges. Same like the C5 Aircross, it has got some nice rounded edges, and the car looks very soft, and luxurious and premiumness is there everywhere. Let it be the roof rails, let it be the logo, let it be any edges of the car. It looks very soft and it looks very premium in my opinion. And if you compare the design language of any other brand, it will have some sort of sportiness, some sort of aggressiveness in the design at certain levels. But here it focuses on rounded edges, it focuses on luxury, it focuses on premiumness, and altogether the car looks very soft. If you take a look, maybe some people might think that this car is an electric car, because overall electric cars are having a very futuristic design, right? So something in that way, the Citroen also looks something relatably something like an electric car, because so many people ask me whether this is an electric car or not. If you take a look at the front end, it's very much obvious why I am saying that. So let's start from the back side of the car. So actually it has got a very large boot, which I will show you, and before that it has got this very nice looking LED tail lamps, and here we have a huge Citroen logo with chrome finish and all that. And overall, if you take a look at the design, this car is actually longer and taller than the competition, which is the Jeep Compass or even the Hyundai Tucson. But at the same time, the ground clearance of this car is 230 mm. Will you believe me that this car has got a ground clearance of 230 mm? But actually it looks, it doesn't look longer, or doesn't look taller, or it doesn't look like it has got 230 mm of ground clearance. So the design is all it actually depends on, right? Because of the design, the car looks actually smaller than the competition, and it doesn't look taller as well. So that is my feedback about the design. So overall the design looks very premium, very plush, and see, at the rear we have got parking sensors, parking camera and all that. We have got an electric tailgate. Alright, so we have got a very nice looking boot, and the speciality here is a full size spare wheel, I would say. And so we have got such a large boot, 518 liters of boot space, which is actually the largest boot in the class. And the speciality is that it is expandable up to almost 1630 liters if you fold the seats. So overall it's a very nice package. It has got enormous amount of space, not just here, even on the inside. I'm going to show you when I'm talking about the interiors. So even the boot fabric, everything is neatly designed. We have got some nice storage space over here, and overall bloody useful space at the rear, because The design is very neat, I would say. Altogether, I am pretty impressed. So let's close the boot. Here we have the camera, the Citroen logo and all that, and let's take a look at the side profile of the car. So from the side profile you can see that this car doesn't look that much taller, right, as the spec says, but actually this car is taller. And if you take a look at the full design alloy wheels, it looks very nice, premium. It has got a dual tone finish, it has got a chrome finish as well as a black shade over there, and the side mirrors come with turn indicators and this chrome lining along with this green. I don't know what this green is called, but this color looks fabulous on the C5 Aircross. And something which is my favorite from the side profile is this roof rails. The roof rails are very strong, but it looks, you know, adds so much character to the car is what I personally feel. So this is about the side profile of the car. And one thing which I like the most is, you know, when you open the door, we have got such a large doors so that, you know, ingress and coming out of the car is pretty easy. So that is about the side profile. Let me take you to the most important angle of the car, which is the front end. So the front end of the car is the most important aspect, right? So when it comes to the front end, actually 2-3 people ask me whether if it's an electric car, because the design looks very much futuristic. If you take a look at the front end, I don't know where to start with, because overall it looks very, you know, different actually, I would say, because here we have a chrome lining, and not just the chrome lining, here we have a black beading sort of design. The front grille itself is looking very different, and here we have an LED DRL, LED headlamps on this variant. On the lower variant we get a halogen headlamps, and the headlamps looks very nice, and the design is very neatly done. One thing which which I felt a little bit different is that the fog lamp is placed at the lower part of the front bumper, you know, at the very last tip of the front bumper, because otherwise in other cars I have seen fog lamps over here, or fog lamps over here, or fog lamps over, you know, some part of the bumper. But here we have to actually search for the fog lamps, but I believe the visibility will be better in terms of the design of the fog lamp. So we have a front parking sensors over here, we have some sort of, you know, chrome finish, and overall it's a very busy front bumper, or else the front design, because it has got lot of elements. If you take a closer look, here we got a grille, here we got an air vent, here we got another design, here we got another element. So altogether the front design is actually too many elements are here. So that's why I'm just calling this design as a very busy front end, I would say. And overall the design looks nice. It looks very futuristic. And you will not mistake the Citroen C5 for any other car in the segment, or else any other car in available in India, because it looks very distinctive. Okay, comfort class drive, that's what we are driving today, right? The Citroen C5. C is for comfort, I believe so, I'm not sure. Okay, so the interiors of the C5 Aircross looks simple, but still it looks very plush and luxurious. You know, we can see a bit of we have driven the Jeep Compass facelift, right? So somewhere down the line, if you take a look at the steering wheel, or if you take a look at this center console layout, it looks slightly similar to that of the Jeep. So that's one thing. Second thing is that the seats has got some extra padding with which you feel extremely comfortable when you are traveling. Like, you know, the seats offer some sort of extra comfort which you can literally enjoy. And the most favorite part of the dashboard is this awesome looking gear lever. Just take a look at the gear lever. It looks like, you know, taken from a jet, right? It's like inspired from, you know, some sort of jet fighter airplane, something like that. So it looks very sporty, and it looks really special. I'm seriously in love with the design of the gear lever. Here we have an eco mode and sport mode to choose from, hill descent control, and useless drive modes. For a front wheel drive car, I don't think this is actually required, and actually for a car which focuses on comfort and luxury, I really don't think this is required at all. And something which is missing on the front end is the wireless charging option is missing. Seriously, Citroen should have provided that. And not just that, for a car which costs 30 lakhs at showroom, seat coolers and seat heaters could have been provided, because this is again a comfort feature, right? Because when you go for a long drive, the seat coolers or else even seat heaters based on the climate, it really makes a lot of difference. That should have been provided is what I personally feel. Other than that, the 8-inch infotainment screen looks nice, but it has got 6 speakers. It doesn't sound great, but obviously the layout is nice, everything is nice. It has got a nice red elements and all that. Everything looks good, but the speaker sounds decent, not that great as we have heard in the Jeep Compass or in any other SUV, and that is the other thing. And something which I want to show you is that the reverse camera. Just take a look at the reverse camera. It has got different views. It has got a 180-degree view, it has got a standard view, it has got a zoom view as well, but the clarity of the rear view camera is very, very poor. This should have been made better is what I personally feel, because it doesn't look so nice for a car which costs over 30 lakhs. Okay, so now coming to the steering wheel of the car, we have got paddle shifters. The material of the paddle shifters looks very nice and very nice to hold. Actually, instead of the paddle shifters, Citroen could have provided seat heaters and seat coolers and all that, because this car is not a sedan, or this car is not dynamically used to drive in such a way that we will not drive this car in a sporty way, because I'll tell you when I drive why exactly. So when it comes to comfort features, they should have provided something like the seat heaters and coolers, the wireless charging option and all that, instead of the paddle shifters is what I personally feel. And here we have a beautifully designed instrument cluster next. So it shows all the displays, and the red and white theme over here, it looks fantastic. A very neat looking instrument cluster, I would say. And overall, the design of the dashboard layout looks pretty nice. We even got blind view monitor on the, we get notifications on the side mirrors. That is another thing. And the steering wheel looks, it's like an overall round shaped steering wheel. It looks very nice to hold, leather wrapped and all that. So it's now, let's check out the second row where, we have a lot more to talk about. So let's focus on the second row now. All right. So as usual, the front seat is kept as per my configuration, and here I am sitting a 6-foot guy on the second row of the Citroen C5 Aircross, and I can tell you that there is a decent amount of legroom over here. If you slightly adjust the front seats, then the legroom will be more than sufficient for normal sized adults. And yeah, so the next speciality over the second row of the C5 is that there are 3 individual seats. This is not a single seat, or this is not a dual split seat as well. It's not 60-40 or anything. It's actually 3 individual seats, so that 3 people can adjust the seats as per the convenience. So all these 3 seats can be adjusted in all the ways possible. Say for example, if you can do this, you can do like this, any configuration you can modify all the 3 seats, not just one single seat. All the 3 seats can be modified in any configuration. And one thing which is missing is that the center armrest. In case if 2 people are traveling and sitting on the rear bench of the Citroen C5, there is a missing of the center armrest. Here they could have provided a center armrest which could have been folded as well. So that is the only thing which is missing from my part. Other than that, decent space. This configuration is actually pretty special. We have not seen this type of configuration in any car, right? And a good panoramic sunroof in the Shine variant. And something which is missing is that in the Shine variant, when it was launched, the first set of cars, the first batch of cars had an option, had a switch over here, so that the headrest could have been adjusted towards the front or towards the back. But now in the new batch of cars, this option is missing, and even the showroom people don't know why that is missing. So that is an update. Actually, while an update is coming in any car, the existing options, which is really comfortable, should not be removed, right? And overall, this is a very cheap option as well. It will not cost you much. So that option is being removed by Citroen India. I really don't know why that is being removed, and let me ask that to Citroen India officials, so that I'll do it on a later part. Here we have 2 AC vents and 1 USB charging port. So nothing much to speak. Quite a comfortable seats, a very good comfortable second row, and overall the headroom is also pretty good, because me being a 6 feet guy, see, when I'm sitting like this, the headroom is pretty nice. So usually the second row will be occupied by family members and all that. So when normal sized adults sit over here, they should feel pretty confident and plush. So the next part about the Citroen C5 Aircross review is, let's drive the car and feel how much comfortable the Citroen C5 really is, or can it match a bit of ruggedness or a bit of sportiness when it comes to driving. So let's drive the car now. So we are driving the Citroen C5 Aircross. Beautiful suspension, I should seriously mention, because in our Indian road condition, I feel like, this SUV is definitely offering a special experience in terms of ride quality. The ride quality is simply brilliant. I seriously do not have any complaints. Even the passengers on the second row, they feel extremely comfortable. I do not have any complaints. Should we do a cup holder test, like, showing how much water is gonna spill? No, I'm not gonna do that, but still, extremely comfortable ride is being offered by the C5 Aircross, and I'm bloody impressed. Alright, so let's get to the driving part. So the best part about the C5 Aircross is that it offers Mercedes level comfort, not just in terms of the ride quality for the passengers, but also when it comes to driving part. If you drive it on the normal eco mode, or else just the normal driving mode, you seriously get Mercedes sort of driving feel. It's a very soothing experience. Everything is silky smooth. The gear shifts are seamless. The 8-speed automatic works brilliantly, I should say. The 2-liter diesel gets 177 PS and 400 Newton meters of torque. You want to feel how 400 Newton meters of torque feels? Check this out. Wow. Not just that, the braking. Perfect braking, I should say. The braking distance is very good as in distance is like very short. The brake feels, the bite is very nice, because you feel confident enough to brake even when you are doing triple digit speeds on a fast highway. But not just that, the passengers, they don't tend to fall forward when you do the hard braking. They feel pretty confident, and they feel like the comfort of home even when you're doing a bit of dynamic driving. So that's about the brakes. And other than that, the steering feels very light. There are no complaints about the steering, but I seriously thought, like, the vehicle can be enjoyed best at the comfort level. That is true, but at the same time, when you put it on sport mode, you seriously can enjoy the power and torque this machine produces, because overall Citroen C5 can be best enjoyed in a very soothing way. But at the same time, when you put it in sport mode, you seriously get some dynamic driving experience. The body roll and everything is like secondary, but other than that, the gear shifts are pretty faster. The throttle inputs are very sharp when you put it on sport mode. I'll show you. Wow. See, it goes. There we got a speed camera. Alright, so it goes like wow, there are no complaints. If you want a dynamic experience, just put it in sport mode, and seriously you will enjoy. Because when I started the review, I thought of like completely focus the driving part or the travel part completely to be on the comfort side. But there is much more than comfort that the C5 Aircross offers. So that is something which I would like to mention here. Brilliant engine, brilliant gearbox, extremely luxurious cabin, spacious cabin. The steering feels light and very nice to use. I do not have much complaints about the car, except the fact that, you know, the seat coolers and all those 2-3 points which I mentioned earlier is missing actually. If you want a very comfort oriented ride and which with a different brand, Citroen basically is a new brand to India, right? So it offers an altogether different experience. So if you are looking for something different in this level of SUV segment, then you can choose this crossover. Let me call it as a crossover rather than an SUV, because it really is a different car. The C5's Aircross is really special, and great job Citroen India. So that's it. That's what I would like to mention here. And overall, the efficiency wise also it's pretty nice, because over in highway driving you will get around what you call it, around 15 to 18 km per liter, and inside city driving you will get something like, you know, 10 to 12 km per liter. So such an efficient diesel engine, I do not have much complaints. Everything feels good and nice in the Citroen C5 Aircross. So I started the review by saying comfort and all, right? Because I literally felt like, you know, in the initial driving impressions, I thought like, you know, this offers, I didn't feel it. It is the fact that, you know, this car offers Mercedes level comfort and Mercedes level driving impressions when it comes to, you know, that soothing experience. But at the same time, when you put it in sport mode, you can feel that, you know, you can really feel the power of the 2-liter engine, and the 400 Newton meters of torque really comes into picture over there, because you feel that, you know, the gearbox is seamless and the gear shifts are seamless, because it's a great experience driving the car in sport mode. Because when you go out on the highway, you really feel that difference, you really feel that dynamic driving experience when you change it to sport mode. But on the other side, the best part about the Citroen C5 Aircross is literally the comfort, is literally the luxury it offers, is literally also the space it offers. So these three things are the key USPs of this car, and overall I'm literally impressed with what the C5 Aircross offers, because we have so many SUVs with a rugged feel, we have so many SUVs which can go off the road, we have so many SUVs which can, you know, give you some sort of different experience. But we do not have you know, a product like this, which is unique in its own way, which offers, you know, Mercedes level of comfort when it comes to drivability and the ride quality. So I'm pretty impressed with the C5 Aircross, and this is the product for you if you are looking for something unique, and if you are literally focusing on the soothing drive experience and all that. So guys, you know, only thing I would like to mention here is that the price is slightly on the upper side, but maybe that is a pricing strategy of Citroen. In the upcoming products, the pricing will be on a different level, but here on the introductory basis, this is the first product from Citroen India, which is priced at 30 lakh ex showroom. That will take you to all the way up to 36-37 lakh on road cost for this product. And overall, a very nice package the Citroen C5 Aircross is. Thank you so much for watching, guys. So please subscribe to our channel and also hit the bell icon so that you will get all the notifications, and please follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Thank you so much. Bye bye.